Hello everyone, and welcome back to another exciting interview on the sideline of a Future Investment Initiative on its 8th edition this year. We have in this interview Mr. Jerry Anzirlo. He's the Group CEO of Der'iyya company.
Salam alaikum, my dear.
Salam.
Nice to see you again.
It's our pleasure to have you in this interview.
Thank you for everything. You're doing an amazing job.
Thank you. You told me you are watching الإخبارية usually, right?
Yes, because I'm very proud of the work you're doing. What I love about you as a team is that my staff, my team, are almost 3,000, but they're very young like you. And all the young ones like what you're doing, so congratulations.
Thank you, it's highly appreciated. So let me start with you about what impressed you the most in this gathering this morning. What catched your eyes?
It's interesting because I've attended all 8 FIIs. The first year was in my capacity as the CEO of Forbes Travel Guide. We were doing a lot of work in the kingdom. But then second year through the 8th year as the honor of being the group CEO of Dar'iyya. So I've seen it graduate. I've seen it become much more sophisticated. But the thing that I love is the first few years when we announced all the projects, people said, wow, that's very dynamic, very exciting. But then when the FII was over, can they really do it? Can Saudi Arabia really do it? So then starting the 5th FII, people said, my goodness, they're really doing it. His Royal Highness is really doing it. His Excellency Yasser Al-Rumayyan is really doing it. And the energy changed. And then the 6th one came, wow, show me everything you're doing. Last year was fabulous. This year, the energy for Dar'iyya in particular is great. We did 3 big deals this morning on equity in the hotels and equity in residential complexes because we're building 30,000 residences. So now people come from all over the world to participate with the Kingdom of Saudi Arabia, now knowing that His Royal Highness's Vision 2030, inshallah, will be delivered.
Yeah, you mentioned the partnership between you and this initiative, and you signed already this morning, I think, 3 agreements, as you said before. Yeah. We want to know first, what are the areas of partnership between you and this initiative, since you are the strategic partnership, I think?
Yeah, what we're finding now is that because you're in the mother city, because you're in the G20 city, Riyadh, and everything's growing, thanks to the great job that the Royal Commission for Riyadh City is doing. People know that they have the footfall here. They know they have the commercial traffic. So the principal interest right now is in high ROI investments. The 42 hotels, 100 restaurants, 500 retail, 30,000 residences, and commercial office real estate. So this morning's deal had to do 3 deals, 2 with hotels, foreign investors, Italian and Colombian, and 1 on an apartment complex where we'll co-develop.
Yeah, great. So let me ask you this question about the impact on humanity, because you are related about people in Saudi Arabia, and this is the city of earth, as you always call it. So let me ask you, what the impact does Dar'iyya do for people in Saudi Arabia, and what you are expecting in the coming few years?
Well, I'm very proud. Thank you. I'm very proud of our staff. Dar'iyya is priceless. It's the birthplace of the kingdom. It's the home of one of the great global families, Al Saud. So, emotionally, it's the source of our pride. It's our national identity. But in Vision 2030, His Royal Highness, and God bless the custodian of the two Holy Mosques, King Salman, they said, we want the society healthy, well-educated, safe, and even entertained for self-esteem, for festivity, for joy. That's why you have Diriyah season, Riyadh season, Jeddah season, right? So what I'm proud is that we've already finished 9 kilometers of parks. So now you see families, horse trails, bike paths, scooters, families picnicking, right? Quality of life. Now you got 60,000, we are already operating 6 parking spots underground where the fumes don't go in the air. All the new trees, all the new planting. So we have people coming from all over the world. By this founding day, February 22nd, 2025, if we keep up our pace, we will have welcomed 3 million people. You know what these 3 million people are saying? We had no idea the Saudis were so generous and so warm and hospitable. This is a good thing. We had no idea that Diriyah is so beautiful and the kingdom is so beautiful because they leave us. They go to Al Ula. They go to the great job that our colleagues in the Red Sea are doing. Now they're going up to Sandala and Neom. They're going to Jeddah. They're going to Mecca, Medina, Dammam. So this is all preserving our culture and heritage, but people enjoying their lives, which is the life mission of His Majesty and the Crown Prince.
Yeah, nice. My last question is, going back to 2023, I think, you spoke to ThinkPod. I think it's produced by the initiative itself. You have been talking about preserving heritage while embracing modernity.
Yes.
How can this be achieved?
What I mentioned on that podcast is that people think that there's a conflict between the preservation of culture and heritage and modernity. Not really. And here's the genius of the Crown Prince. We've designed walkable Diriyah, right? Cultural Diriyah, to be a pedestrian-friendly, walkable city, like a Marrakesh, our Najda version, like a Florence, a Najda version. But it will look like the old city 300 years ago. But under the ground, you have the smartest technology on air quality control, on water for irrigation, on parking. Where's my parking spot? You have a device. You could book any hotel, any restaurant. You go into the museums. You can see the original buildings of Diriyah, the first Saudi state. But yet you go into museums and you have AI and virtual reality that will teach you about the long history of Saudi Arabia. So they're very compatible. Keep everything organic that was natural. We made 20 million mud bricks. So Diriyah would look original, right? But underneath it is all the technology that you can enjoy information, education, convenience, all underground.
So you are telling the world here's the great combination between heritage and modernity.
Always. And you know, His Royal Highness is very interesting because obviously being a young head of state, a young prime minister, he's always future thinking, right? What's the next 10, 20, 30, 40 years? A lot of that is the DNA of Neom. You know, okay, today is 300 years of history. What will Neom be 300 years from now? What will Diriyah be? So he's always interested. But he's a very strict environmentalist, very strict on sustainability. Will the planet be healthier? So let me work on the Kingdom of Saudi Arabia, then the Gulf, then Arabia, and then all the world to see Saudi as a model of sustainability and quality of life. God bless him, he's great.
And it is. Thank you. It's our pleasure to
Shukran.
have you in this interview. Shukran.
Remember,
always number
only
one.
one Diriyah, right? Only one Diriyah. Thank you.
Thank you.